6 o'clock. Bang on. Welcome. Yeah, people found me. People found out. Oh, how are things? What's going on? Lajeunesse and Waldrop, I see. Stanifer. What are we talking about? Long day at work. Starting to really consider retirement. Aren't we all? Hey, as soon as I can afford it. Almost bought a Laguna 1216 today, Lajeunesse says. Hold off. They're going 10% off on July 7th. It's a fantastic lathe. And they have announced that they're 10% off. They used to do a 10% off annual, like an annual sale, 10% off. And they haven't for the last couple of years, but they just, over Instagram, I think I saw it. That's a loud bike. Is that louder than your bike, Paul? Yes, you can't probably really tell through the phone, but... Yeah, I don't know what is all, whether it's the whole line of everything that's going on sale, but it sounds like it based on the way they're announcing it. And I mean, 10% is 10%. Usually don't get too excited over a 10% sale, but when stuff like that doesn't come on sale, 10%, I mean, if you're buying it, well, I don't know what the 1216's worth these days. Probably, 15 Canadian, maybe more than that. Everything's going up. So $150 off. You get a chuck. Basically, when I got mine, I got it on a 10% off sale and basically got the 10-inch outboard extension for free. But take advantage of it if you're thinking about it. Give it a week. Finally mailed you that box. Cool. Do I need a chuck? Yes. I'm gonna go with yes. You will at some point need a chuck, yes. Unless you just only ever want to do pens, which, trust me, is going to get boring very quickly. The short answer is yes, you need a chuck. And don't buy a cheap chuck. Buy a good chuck. I bought a cheap chuck. And, well, I mean, okay, I bought a cheap chuck and I still use it, but I have dedicated it to a pen jaw chuck just for drilling pen blanks, drilling holes in pen blanks. That's all I do with it. Because that's all it's good for. Oh. So somebody say, what, no beer? There are beer. There are always beer in the fridge. Right now I'm rehydrating from yard work all day. Both at my house and my parents' house. I've been out in the yard in the sun. So I'm just going to top myself back up with liquids. Oh. I bought the Thuya Burl Blank. That's a nice chunk of wood. That is a nice chunk of wood. Take your time deciding what to do with that, because there's a lot of options. I was thinking about it after we talked about it. I was like, even 4 6-inch bowl blanks, would it? No, yeah, it's a 12 by 12 by 3. Even 4 6-inch bowl blanks is a better use of that material than one big ass bowl, I think. It would absolutely make a beautiful one big bowl. You're right. But unless you want to keep it, unless you want it for you, I don't think you get the value out of that by doing that. By, if you were to turn a giant bowl and try to sell it, I don't know that you get $300 or $400 for it. But you might be able to get $80 a bowl for 4 little 6-inch ones, which would, I'm not a math guy, but $240, double what you paid. I don't know. Put some thought into it. Oh, it's a little warm. It's not stupid warm, but I did work in the sun all day, so I feel pretty sweaty. The sweat rag, Mike's wooden things and stuff, sweat rag is back. We're actually going to head over to Lathe, because whether I feel like it or not, you know, it's often I'm like, you know what, I kind of don't feel like turning, and then I don't. Doesn't matter right now, because I gotta. I'm at the point where I'm less than 3 weeks out from market, so I need to be taking advantage of my shop time and actually producing things. I got a Purple Heart pen blank up there on the lathe right now. We'll do that first. And then I thought maybe I got some of these. I've been prepping for making, if you remember, I got the keychain kits. And I got a bunch of these stabilized bits from my boy Paul that have been sitting around for a long time. So I drilled out a bunch of these and put a bunch of tubes in these. And squared them up on my fancy dancy zig because I still haven't done the belt sander thing. So we could make these into little keychains or something. We'll see how much we want to get done, but I do need to get something done. So let's head over. Let's just get it. Oh, and I found a bunch of these in my stock of stuff. They're like half maple, I want to say, and half some kind of rosewood, maybe. No idea where they came from. I've got 4 of them. So I prepped them too. I don't know. I got 20 of those keychain sets or kits, so that's probably okay. If that's not okay, let me know. If it needs to be higher or lower or whatever. Looks okay. What about the bits from Tyler's guitar? They're over there too. That one I'm not going to do live. I mean, I could, I guess. There's no harm in it, but they are ready to go as well. This is them. There. I also have bits of a Paul Waldrop guitar. That glary light from up there. See if we can get rid of that. That's a little better, I think. I don't know. All right, what are we doing? Did I tighten this already? This is not better. This is not better. I literally just took the thing off. You can see like there's still like the sock marks in my arm. It's absolutely not better. But I don't know if it's just like, hey, you haven't used this for 3 weeks or damn near a month probably, or if it's actually still injured in there. But it's not shooting pain through my arm. Like I'm not in excruciating pain doing that. for Pinnell, even though he's just not here yet. If he even shows up. I don't know if he knows there's a show. Try to get a little closer to the bushings that he's always making fun of me for. Loud noises. Let's go. How'd we do? Probably start at like 120, 150 there. See what I've got. What's that? That's 150. All right. Loud noises again. What was that? Still really proud of the bushings? Not as much as you'd think. I am still a little bit proud of the bushings, but these bushings have also been sanded down over time. So I know my bushings. Okay, know your bushings, and then you can do that. I don't know, it'll be close. We'll go to 340. because we're going to do the custom high-speed crayon. As our finish. If you are somehow, if you're new, I don't know if there still is anybody new trickling in these days. This is pretty much what I use exclusively on all of my turning projects these days. It's the Custom Creations Custom Grit system. It's a final sanding and finishing and polishing compound all in one. It's a two-step, but sometimes I don't bother with the second one because the first one is lots for most things. Made by my friend Scott in Australia. There's your step one. Just get it on there, buff it in, buff it out. Driven in there nice and deep. Flip to a fresh chunk of paper towel and just buff it back out. If you're gonna see, you guys know the drill. If there's anybody new, just trust me, that is really shiny and super smooth. Oh, all right. Purple Heart and, geez, I don't know. First one I grabbed. No, because that'll be copper. Second one I grab. What's that? Satin gold? Yeah. Purple Heart and satin gold. Okay. Sweating. Oh, I'm backwards. I'm not going to be able to operate it backwards because I've been operating it the other way for so long. Proud of the bushings. Shut up. will ring. And clip and end cap deal. Purple Heart, satin gold. Sit. We made a thing. First time in a while that we've actually made a thing. We'll make another thing too. We'll make at least one more thing, I think. Is that a trim line pen? Nope, it is a slim line pen. I have some trim line pens back from way back when I don't think I've ever made one. I bought some because they were on sale or something. Never bothered to make them. Do you like your DeWalt Weed Eater? Too early to tell. I am going to be doing a video on it. It's a week old. But so far, yes. But mainly because it's a cordless. And I just got tired. The main reason that I got it was because I'm trying to decord as much as I can. And I'm already in the DeWalt battery system for my other tools. I don't like string trimmer. Why can't they come up, yeah, or maybe somebody has and just nobody else has implemented it. Why can't they come up with an easier way to just extend it like an inch? Like when they start getting worn off or whatever, you just want to pull them up. You just want to pull it out like an inch. It's just, all string trimmers are a huge hassle, aren't they? Or am I just like shitty at this? Because like, I've never found a good, easy, convenient way to just extend, just pull it out. Just I need an inch. No, you got to take the whole damn nut daily hang off of it. No, it's me? Oh, okay. Well, somebody should show me how to, because I can't. You tug it and it's just locked. It's locked. So you got to like unlock it, smack the head on the ground. See, it feels like you guys are just trying to get me to break my shit. But if that's an actual thing, and I'm just an idiot. I don't have bump feed. Bump feed? I don't know. Does it? Is that how you do it? You give it a knock and it extends it a little bit? Is he serious? Yeah, I am. I all the time I turn it upside down and I like have to like figure it out. Cut mine in 8-inch strips and feed through the holes on the head. Like I've literally never researched this. It's just like, why can't you guys like, well, how does it work? What part do you bump? Because if you bump this, it goes in, but it certainly doesn't give you any more feed. It does push in, but it pushes in to like unlock it so you can put more spool in there. It doesn't, maybe once it's spinning, if it's pushed in and spinning, it'll feed out, maybe? I'm gonna try this. Because see, they get like worn down to nubs. It will if it's running? Hey, that'd be cool. Don't make fun of me. I get the job done. Okay, it's just like oh. Whoops. Get him back here. convenient place for it to live right now, ain't it? Just about cut off my damn foot. I've never known one that doesn't work that way. Well, I've never known that that's a thing. I've always been like, oh, I need 2 more inches, and I gotta like turn it over and be like, no. Yeah. Give me the. I guess I've always been a terrible string trimmer user. It wouldn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. If you don't have anybody teach you these things, you don't know them. I'm screaming at my phone right now. Did you guys know things before you learned them? Because if so, how? I've never operated a string trimmer thing until I was like 5 years ago. Yeah, about that. Because I always lived in apartments. I didn't have to weed whack anything in the apartment. Don't make fun of people for not knowing things. Educate them. I just hit it on the ground. Okay. I thought you guys were trying to get me to break my shit. They're like, just whack it against something, idiot. Because it does sound like you guys. You'd be like, hey, check this out. I'm gonna get them to hit it against the ground. Should we try one of these? Should we try one of these keychains with a stabilized Waldrop bit? Stabilized bit of Waldrop. What do we think? Let's go. I'll take a poll. I know how good this is going to work out. Don't say Myrtle. We have purple stabilized yellow cedar burl. The manual. I have the manual someplace. I didn't thoroughly read it, but I didn't see that part. So purple stabilized yellow cedar burly stuff. They're all burly stuff. No, this one isn't. This is a green stabilized something. I can't tell. And there's no way Paul's going to probably remember. Because this is like one of the original box. This was probably from like the first box of Paul's stuff ever. Green stabilized something. Burly. Pretty sure it's burly. Or blue stabilized, looks like maple based on that quarter sawn presentation. But not burl. But super smooth. So in the comments, go with blue, purple, or green. Blue stabilized maple burl. No, there's nothing burl about this. That's just straight up maple. It's still gonna look cool. It's like a denim blue. All right, Paul says purple. Got one for purple. Need some more votes. Purple, green, or blue? And then maybe after a keychain, we'll have a beer. Todd says purple. That's 2 for purple. Come on, guys. Oh, the purple one is going to be rad because it is like the yellow of the yellow cedar is still in there too. Eric says purple. All right. First three said purple. Let's go purple, yellow cedar burl. According to the instructions on the keychain, the manual, they say it's just do it the same as a slimline pen. So we're going to do it the same as a slimline pen. And then it's just a cap piece, key ring, and the other cap piece that has the hole in it for the key ring. So hey, let's see. Oh, I kind of want to do these two at a time so that my banjo or my tool rest isn't quite so close to everything in here. I probably should be doing them more at a time. I have more if you blow that one up. You sent 2, I think. So that would be 4 this size pieces. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to send more, it's probably, I think it's going to be super cool. I think, isn't this the one, is this the one that you were like, we were talking on the show one night and I was like, I want pen blanks the color of this whiskey box. And it was the Glenlivet, the bourbon cask. No, which was it? Cognac cask, I think. And you were like, I'll give it a go. Is that these ones? Yeah? Oh, sweet. Well, let's see. I've got I've got one of those boxes around here someplace. We'll check it out after. I'm going to turn this up because I'm in middle gear. Ugh. Get on. Get on the belt. There it is. Well, yeah, these are like stabilized. It's gonna be a little harder, isn't it? No, it is. I wonder. Yeah. I like that better. gouge is better. Oh, that is going to be sick. That is going to be very cool looking if I don't mess this up. Has anybody done these before? Does it? How important is the whole like down to the bushings thing on the keychains? Loud noises. This is pretty stuff. If Pinnell was here, he's done these before. See what this thing says. Well, the picture has them like coming, like rolling down into the end, so it might not be that important. I'm gonna go a little more, but not too much more, because I'm kind of liking it. Go back. Oof, that's pretty. That's pretty. I think I might just be happy with that. I could start at a relatively high grit too. That's, whew. I don't know. It's probably not showing up for you guys how pretty that is. See if I can get you a good shot of it at the end. I could micro mesh this, couldn't I? With the stabilizer. I don't want to go through all that effort. Let's turn it back down because I don't need to sand it at top gear. Let's just do it the same. Loud noises. The problem with burl things is that normally you shut it off, but like at the end of the grit, and you go with the grain. There's no with the grain with burls. So like. Another custom high-speed Greyhound. This is pretty. All right, here we go. Shine it up. Let's bring you guys in, if we can, a little bit. It looks like there's like a ton of huge gouges in it. It's like, but instinctually it looks like I messed this up real bad, but I know it's just because it's different colors and let's do the step 2 on this just for fun. Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to very much like the look of this when I turn it off. Yeah, that is very nice. That is very nice. That is a good combination effort right there between my boy Paul Waldrop making the blank, my boy Scott making the finish, and me turning the thing. Good work, us. And I guess, I mean, technically that's my first one. So that's supposed to be mine, right? Based on historically, I keep the first of everything that I make. So I guess that's supposed to be my keychain. I don't know if I need a key. Well, you know, I think I might just, whether I need a keychain or not, I think I might just keep that. I guess do them one at a time. Just presses right in just like a slimline. Yep. Oh. And then that goes in there. that, that is a very attractive thing. It's probably not coming up for you guys. I will be putting a nice photo of this on my Instagram later tonight. If you want to see. Oh, yeah, that is a really attractive thing. So, hey, Paul, remember when you said I've got a lot of that? You can send as much of that as you like. That's beauty. And it's two purple things. Purple Heart Slimline and a purple stabilized yellow cedar burl keychain. Do I want to keep going? Does it matter if I want to keep going or not? I need to get making. It might be beer time. Because I'm out of Gatorade. Well, I've got another couple in the fridge, but I need a new beverage. I'm glad I just decided to grab the bowl gouge off the wall there, because that would have taken forever just with the carbide. Bowl gouge to get it down to approximate shape, and then the carbide at the end just to smooth it out. For me. Don't come here to learn, okay? But for me, I think that's the answer for those ones. A new beverage and an air conditioner. Funny story. So I'm at the store buying garden clippers and things yesterday. And I run into an old colleague of mine from back in newspaper days. And we're catching up on what each of us are getting up to these days and whatever. And I say to her, like, you're doing something with like heating and cooling or something now, are you? And she's like, yeah, I work at a place called Aerotherm. And I was like, you do like heat pumps and mini splits and things? So, well, yes, we do. What are you looking for? So we had some discussions. And might be having somebody out to get a quote on replacing the furnace of the house and possibly a mini split for out here. We'll see how that discussion goes and whether the bank account can handle it. But the furnace, turning the furnace do a heat pump has been on the discussion list for a while, because we probably only have another couple years worth of that furnace, I think. And there's a whole ton of like government rebates and things happening right now for removing gas furnaces and turning them into electric heat pumps. Like in the neighborhood of $6,000 worth of rebates on that kind of stuff right now. So I didn't take the plastic nub off the end of this, I don't think. Yeah, I did. So that's a thing. More videos in the future to pay for the mini split. That'll work. Are we still under some kind of misconception about how much money I make doing this? It's actually, that's the reason for this show tonight, is because I got demonetized on Saturday, so I had to do a makeup show to make up for all that lost revenue. Bank account just couldn't handle not getting revenue from one of my live shows, so I had to do a makeup show where I don't get demonetized. Let's have a beer. Might do another one of those keychains though. That is nice. Might be keeping that. I'm supposed to keep this as my first ever keychain. But I guarantee it would also probably, well, I mean, depending on what the rest of them look like, I think this would probably be one of the first ones that comes off the market table if I put it up there. We'll see. I'll think on that. We'll see how I got to make 20 of them. So make 20 of them and pick which one I want. Maybe is that's still in the spirit of the rules. If I'm going to make 20 of them, the first one is like one of those 20, right? Like this was my first 20 and I picked one of them for me. That still counts. What will you sell them for? I don't know. $20. 2 for 30. That's 35. That's 35. I don't think that's unreasonable. I have 3 more for the market table. It's true. It's true. I only have 1 more prepped though. I only cut one of them in half. Nope, yep, that's it. I only cut one of them in half for this first batch. So I'll probably only have 2 of those ones. But I will also have 2 of the red Mallee burl. The Australian. It's still, this is the wood that is in my favorite pen that I've ever turned. $25 each or 2 for 40. Tupla says. Maybe I go 25 each, 2 for 40, and then the next day I put lines through it and go 20, 30, and then they're on sale. How do you stabilize burl? Epoxy? It is an epoxy. Is it an epoxy based? It's a resin, at least. You basically you suck all of the air out of it and replace it with a resin, and then bake it. You replacing all the air pockets with a resin is what you're doing. Remember, cactus juice is not food safe. Uh, I'll, I'll try to remember that. I don't know why I would need to remember that though. I don't think I'd ever be doing anything food product wise with stabilized. No, I guess it's possible that at some point, maybe a stabilized thing gets turned into a no, I was gonna say a spatula, but no, because it's a plastic. No, I can't see. I mean, maybe it's possible that at some point I had something stabilized that I wanted to make into something for food contact, but I don't know what that would be. I want to stabilize some yellow cedar burl, different colors, make it into a cutting board. You do you, my friend. You do you. I'm not going to judge you for it. I feel like I shouldn't have done that one first. Because I feel like all the rest of these are going to be disappointing next. I should take that and put it somewhere that I am not able to see it beside the other ones that I do. Way to go, guys. Picking the oh, this one's a burly thing. Let's do this one. Let's just go do another one. Let's do the green burly one. Yeah. That was an awkward setup that time. Start with the bowl gouge. This is going to be pretty cool too. like sort of a little bit of a teardrop kind of a shape here, I think, at this time. I don't know. This is fun. I haven't done like new experiments for a while. It's not really a, it's more like a bowling pin. Which I don't really care for, actually. Let's do a whoop whoop. Let's try a whoop whoop. There we go. That's pleasant. And, of course, I've made it more difficult to sand. You know what? Yeah, let's... I'm dripping. Loud noises. It's fine. You know what? Somebody will like it. There we go. Oh, I'm dripping. Hold on. Loud noises. What a stupid dummy. Don't mind me. I'm just, for some reason, being picky about something. I want to sharpen that. I think I might just... I was about to say, I think I might just try to make a nice enough cut that I don't have to sand it, and then I did that. I'm gonna leave this, and then it should come up to that point. Yeah. And then I'll just sand that at like the highest of the grits that I'm going to. Which I think is where I left off. I was at 3. No, I was at 240. Now I'll go to my 340, 320. 320. And I'll just like really be nice right there. Loud noises. crayon. I don't like it as much as the other one, but we knew that we weren't gonna like it as much as the other one. At least we were pretty sure. I was. Still cool. Still cool. I'm doing yard work out in the driveway there. It's cool. It's not, I mean, it's obviously, it's not as cool as the last one, but let's get another kit. Somebody will love it. Somebody will love it. Get in there. I don't know why I'm changing it like I'm gonna have to put a transmission in it. Cool. 2 keychains and a pen tonight. Oop. Look at that. 2 keychains and a pen in one show. So that, I don't know. That's probably not going to show up as cool as it is either, but not, I mean, it's not this thing cool, but it's not uncool. But no bowl. No. No bowl. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever done, I keep saying that I'm going to do, and I don't think I ever have officially done my like market tips video. I think for me, the less expensive things are, the more likely it is that you're going to move them. So like little bowls do okay, but keychains, pens, bottle stoppers, like those kind of things that people can, you want to have some bigger, nicer things on your table in case that exact right person comes along. And also because it pulls focus, it pulls attention. And people go like, ooh, and then they look at it and then they go like, I don't really want to spend that much money right now, right here today. But I want to, if these keychains are made by the same guy that made that, like, and then even subconsciously, like they want to have the really nice thing that's made by the person who made that really nice thing that they really want, but they can't afford or whatever. So I probably won't end up doing too many more bowls. I still have, I mean, I moved 3 or 4 bowls at Christmas markets, and all of my pens and all of my bottle stoppers and all of my snowmans and all like snowmans. And I made 2 more pens yesterday. So in 2 days, that's 3 pens and 2 keychains. That's a good start. I got another, well, it's the 15th is the first market day. So I'm not like out of time. I'm stabilizing a purple yellow cedar burl bowl blank 8x8x2 for one. Oh, nice. And it's going to be like that. It's going to be like that as an 8x8x2. That's going to be pretty. That's going to be pretty. So, I think that's enough for today. These might be interesting. It's some kind of rosewood and maple. But I didn't make them. And they did not come in a Paul Waldrop. I think these might have come way back. There was a local wood turner guy who passed away, and his significant other came and dropped off a bunch of stuff down at where I now work, but didn't then. But I did sell my stuff out of there, and she said, hey, do you want this? I don't have no use for this. It was like a box of like little blanks and pen kits and clock parts and all kinds of little turning knickknacks. But I don't know, I still don't know what some of them are, because they're just like, they're a couple of bushings in a pill bottle. So I'm like, okay, I mean, I know that they're bushings, but I don't know what they go with or what. You know what's interesting is that stabilized yellow cedar. When you turn it, still makes your shop smell like yellow cedar, which is cool. It turns like plastic. It polishes like plastic, but it makes your shop smell like yellow cedar. My shop smells better than yours right now. Just saying. All right, comments, questions, concerns? That's all the turning I'm doing today. But I will sit and have a couple of beer with you guys if you don't mind. Three things on the show tonight. Maybe we'll do a couple more on Saturday. I think the main problem with Saturday, and I said this when I moved back to Saturdays for the show, is that I don't feel like doing more work after I've already worked all day. But I worked in the yard all day today, but at this point, it's not a matter of whether I feel like it. Like I need to, if I'm going to be in the shop, I need to be making stuff. Even if it's just a couple of keychains, just chip away at it, get the table filled up. Because if every time I'm out here between now and market, I do a couple of keychains or a pen and a keychain or a pen and a little bowl or a keychain and a little bowl or whatever, 17, 18 days from now, if I do that, I could have 30 more things. And that'll be plenty to go with what's left over from Christmas market. So that's the plan. Just chip away. So sit and hang out on Saturdays, just have a couple beers and chat. Yeah, that's what it ends up being. But I was watching back because that's what I do. I watch my old shows back once in a while to give myself watch time to make them big YouTube dollars. But I like watching back old shows and seeing the differences and ways that I have improved or not. And the show was better. The show was a better show when I made stuff. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get back to making stuff. It's hard on Saturdays because I'm on my feet all day on concrete. Ugh. Today I was on my feet all day, but I was on lawn. Was that? I haven't forgotten that block of wood, by the way. Just been really busy doing projects, and my birthday was yesterday, so I haven't had time to plane it. Oh, right. That's, yeah. How would you forget about it? It's a 16 by 16 by 16 cube of Bubinga. I have to go get this looked at. Pretty sure. It's better. It's better than it was. But it's not better. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's better than it was when I put it in the cast. What is it? The cast that I made out of a sock and hockey tape, and then a tensor wrist thing over the top of it. But it's not. There's still something wrong in there. Just had 2 guys quit. I'm just scrolling back. I had 2 guys quit, so my territory greatly expanded. Good work. Congratulations. Is this like Risk? Where it's you've taken over the opponent's territory? like you're moving your troops into Louisiana now or something like. How's the left hand? Well, the left hand is okay, but it's useless. Like I've gone my whole life not really having to use it for anything. So it's been doing more over the last month than it ever has. But it's still not. It's not very good at stuff. I missed the previous comment. Oh. Maybe it didn't show up. Remember how some of mine don't show up on my end? I've got... doesn't matter. Sorry. It's fine. We're all in this together. No, I don't think I will. I was gonna not apologize, really, but for Saturday, we're all together here on this planet, and I don't want to. Everyone is welcome here. Political stripes or whatever, however you want to view the world. And I don't want to ever be excluding anybody. So that's all. That's all I'm going to say on that. I try not to be political or talk about anyway. I should stop right now before I accidentally just beer. I'm liking this more as it sits, and I look down at it once in a while. I like it more than I did when I took it off the lathe. I was greatly offended by your comments. See, and I can't tell. I can't tell if that's for real. Because it's you guys. And, well, Stanifer especially. Because he's the worst. I have an 8-store route that I cover. I have an 8-store route that I cover each week. Okay, hold on. I do service of point of sale terminals for a large box lumberyard. So you do the POS systems for Home Depot? Load? Is it a blue lumber yard or a orange lumber yard? Or it's not even a lumber yard. Is it a lumber yard? Large box lumber yard. I don't know what. I wouldn't call either of those a lumber yard. They are stores that sell lumber. Are they actually hardware stores that sell lumber, or is it a lumber yard? It's blue. Okay. So I think we know where you're talking about. We're not going to say it, because I'll get demonetized. It would be funny if Todd and I work for the same managed service provider. My contract is a blue lumberyard. Hey! It's a hardware store that sells lumber, and we all know it. And the lumber kind of goes like this and like has a twist in it. And never mind. I almost bought a table saw at that store. When I was shopping for the Ridgid that I ended up, or when I was shopping for a table saw and I ended up with the 4512, I almost got the Delta TS. Don't remember the model number, but it's basically what the Ridgid has become. The new Ridgid 4560 is basically that Delta table saw that existed when I was shopping and I got the 4512. My nephew's a manager at one of those blue stores. Hey, look at this! All one big happy family down there at the blue hardware store that sells twisted lumber. And 1x2s that are stitched together with like these crappy fingers. I don't know, do you guys do that down there? Ooh, that's a good one, actually. Do you guys have this stuff down there that's like, it's got these, like it's stitched together lumber? I don't think we do that very big, but the big buck, I would never call them finger joints, Todd. I think a finger joint is actually relatively strong. I guess these probably would be strong if they were glued properly. The one that I showed you was not that bad, but when I first got that bundle, I think I was there on a live show. I was looking through it at you guys. I was like, look at this nonsense, and I could see you through the joint. Do I still have any of that over here? It's like literally it was gappy. That's how bad it was. I think I might have just burned all of that. Then you guys work for Driven Brands. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I don't. Yeah, I know you're not talking to me, but make sure if you haven't yet, you hit the thumbs up button and you make sure you're subscribed. And you head over to patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. Apparently I have to say all of that in order for YouTube. Should probably also give you guys some more bingo squares tonight. Feels like I haven't really given out very many bingo squares. This is going to be the last chance for the June bingo sheet. I'm very close. I'm very close to deciding about the Breath of the Wild relationship with Tears of the Kingdom, the Legend of Zelda story, and the comparison between those two games. Tears of the Kingdom is the sequel to Breath of the Wild, in case you don't know. I'm still not 100% convinced, but I'm very close to being able to say that Breath of the Wild is a better video game. And I have to separate the fact that that was such a new, Breath of the Wild was such a new experience that it's like you have to separate out, like you have to look at them objectively as opposed to like your visceral reaction to the video game. Like my first time through Breath of the Wild, I was just absolutely blown away by everything about it. because it was unlike anything I'd ever played before. Tears of the Kingdom is essentially like Breath of the Wild. So, in terms of its overall structure. So, it would be unfair to compare the visceral reaction. Tears of the Kingdom, I still haven't left the sky. Got annoyed having to assemble stuff just to move 50 feet. I understand that, but don't think you have to that much. You did have to assemble a couple of things in order to progress through a couple of things, but you can get away. I'm playing it much like I played Breath of the Wild. Like, I'm not using that mechanic unless I absolutely have to, which there are times you have to. You get used to it, but they have overcomplicated things unnecessarily. And that's part of my displeasure with it, is like, you've taken away things that were awesome and replaced them with things that aren't, and then added more things that also aren't, just to overcomplicate it. The hook and board or log to slide down to another sky island. Yes, that was a thing that you had to do. It was really annoying. You're right. The first time it was like, oh, this is dumb. I don't like this at all. You do get used to it as you're playing a little bit. And some of the things you can make are kind of cool, but most of the time there's a way around having to build something. But some of the things that you either have to or get to build are pretty cool. But Breath of the Wild, I'm very close to being able to say that Breath of the Wild is a better video game. So there's a bingo square for you guys who play that. Mike Stanford is still playing Halo. I played a little bit of Halo. I wouldn't say I've never been a big video game guy. I went for a long time without being a video game guy. Halo was about where I stopped being a video game guy. I'm still not really a video game guy, but like Breath of the Wild, I just heard was so great that I decided, like, now I have a child and that could be something we could play together. So I got him that for his Switch so that we could play it together. And I fell back in love with video games. But what I actually fell in love with was Breath of the Wild, I think, because I don't really have the urge to get back into playing video games. No, I have better ways to spend my time. Unless I'm spending the only reason I ever play video games is because it's time spent with my boy. We're enjoying each other's company and the thing that we're doing. I need to do something about this. Maybe tonight, before I go back to work tomorrow. It's starting, I can't. This too. Yeah, I think it is officially. This isn't too bad. It's not like blocking too badly, and it's not doing too bad of a curly, but it's starting to puff out real good. I don't know, people talk about Halo. Right on. Halo was a cool, the only thing I really did in Halo was like, basically like fight with my buddies. Like basically like GoldenEye. Like, you get dropped into a place and you just like, kind of a capture the flaggy kind of a thing, where you just shoot. It was like a sort of battle arena kind of thing. I don't think I did. Come to think of it, did I ever actually play the game Halo? No, I don't think so. I think we just like smoked pot and killed each other in like a battle area. And that would have been like high school, early college. At least 20 years ago. Oh, Fearsome's back. Look out. I think we're just about to wrap it up. I was just giving people free bingo squares for fun. Because it is the last chance at June bingo. Guys gotta have some late supper. Alright. Bye for now. We're wrapping up anyway. It's all good. Unless anybody has any more pressing questions. That's nice, dude. This is congratulations to me, Paul, and Scott on this gorgeous piece right here. I'm gonna hang that from something with some nice light, and there'll be a picture of that up on my Instagram page either tonight or tomorrow. Because you're never going to tell on video. You play Zelda in the game, right? You don't at all. Well, not so far. I haven't. I don't think you get to. No. How long does the dry cleaner iron pants? Well, I don't know about your dry cleaner. How long does it take your dry cleaner to iron pants? Do you want me to call them? Because I'm not going to. We've talked before about how much I don't like phone calls. You said if anyone had a pressing question. Oh, I get it. Pressing question. Hey-oh. It was okay. It was okay. Yeah, 6 out of 10. That was 5 out of 10. I could be convinced to give it a 6 out of 10. Because you had to explain how the question was a pressing question. But it could be the old delay thing. Like maybe if we were in person and I said, does anybody have any pressing questions? And you were like, how long does it take a dry cleaner to iron pants? Hey-oh! Then it would have been better. But the timing of it wasn't good. Was that points? Not really. It was a score. It was an out of 10. Points are like when I make a reference and I say, okay, I'm giving out 7 points to whoever gets that reference or whatever. That's giving out points. And I haven't done that tonight. And I haven't asked Pinnell to put a link in the chat because Pinnell's not here. So I'm glad we didn't get any weirdos. Other than you guys. Because I don't have a moderator. Don't suddenly get weird. I'll just shut it off. Did Pinnell get fired? No, I just didn't tell him. Well, no, I didn't tell him. I did put a post on Patreon that said, like, I might do a show on Wednesday night. But I didn't actually tell him there was a show tonight. And he's only under contract for 1 show a week anyway, so he wouldn't have been contractually... He wouldn't have... You know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter. I can't get the other squares in that line. Not with that attitude. I think that's going to be it. I'm down to the bottom of my beer. I am going to bid you adieu. Thanks for coming for the 3 build shows. The 3 build show. Look at that. We made 3 things tonight. Ooh. 3 things. It's been a while since we made anything. It's been even longer since we made more than one thing. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. We will see you on Saturday night. That should be a square. Mike makes something. Yeah, almost at this point it probably should. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to going back to get back to making things more frequently. We'll see. We know how me saying things doesn't necessarily correlate to them actually happening. Bye for now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming to the Random Wednesday show.